beloved ones. What you are experiencing now is not simply a moment in the heavens, it is a moment of convergence. Above you, multiple celestial movements are unfolding within the same window: the solar eclipse, the new moon, the Perseid meteor shower, and the appearance of 6 planets across the morning sky. Humanity has often looked upward during extraordinary celestial events and felt that something significant was occurring. Your ancestors understood something that modern consciousness is beginning to remember. The sky is a mirror. It reflects cycles. It reflects movement. It reflects endings and beginnings. And when multiple cycles converge, humanity is given an opportunity to pause and recognize its own transition. The eclipse is particularly symbolic because it temporarily obscures the light you are accustomed to seeing. This creates an invitation. What happens when the familiar light disappears? What remains? Many of you are discovering that you have built identities around things that are changing. You may have believed you were a certain person because of your work, because of a relationship, because of your history, because of what happened to you, because of what you survived. But you are not your history. You are not your wounds. You are not the limitations that once surrounded you. You are consciousness experiencing a continually changing reality. And this eclipse offers a powerful reminder that temporary darkness does not mean the light has ceased to exist. The sun is still there, even when you cannot see it. The same is true within you. There may be moments when your own inner light feels distant. There may be seasons when your direction becomes unclear. There may be times when you question whether your manifestations, prayers, intentions, or deepest desires are moving toward you at all. Do not mistake invisibility for absence. Much of creation occurs before it becomes visible. The seed disappears into the soil before it becomes a tree. The embryo develops in darkness before entering the light. And many of the greatest transformations within consciousness occur where the human eye cannot yet perceive them. This is why the new moon accompanying this convergence carries such beautiful symbolism. It creates a blank canvas, a moment between cycles, a space where you are not required to have all the answers. Use this space wisely. Instead of filling it with fear about what comes next, allow yourself to become receptive. Ask yourself, what am I ready to begin? What am I finally ready to release? What version of myself am I no longer willing to carry forward? These questions may reveal more than any prediction ever could. And then there is the planetary alignment. 6 planetary bodies appearing across the morning sky create an extraordinary visual reminder that no celestial body exists in isolation. Each follows its own path. Each moves at its own pace. Each participates within a much larger system. Humanity is the same. You are individuals, but you are also interconnected. Your choices influence the collective. Your healing influences the field around you. Your consciousness contributes to the consciousness of the whole. You sometimes underestimate the significance of a single person choosing differently. But every paradigm begins with someone refusing to continue the old pattern. One person chooses compassion. Another chooses truth. Another chooses forgiveness. Another chooses to stop repeating a generational cycle. Another chooses to create instead of destroy. And slowly, the collective architecture begins to change. This is how transformation happens, not always through one dramatic event, but through millions of small decisions made by conscious hearts. The meteor shower, now moving through your skies, carries another message: release. The Perseids appear as brilliant streaks of light, but their beauty is temporary. They enter. They illuminate. They transform, and they disappear. This is the nature of many experiences in your lives. You want certain things to remain forever because they once brought you joy. You resist endings because you believe an ending means something has been lost. But sometimes an ending is simply the completion of a trajectory. The purpose has been fulfilled. The lesson has been received. The energy has been integrated. And the soul is ready to move forward. Do not turn every ending into a tragedy. Some endings are liberation. Some departures create space. Some closed doors protect you from walking backward. And some things that leave your life are making room for something your present consciousness cannot yet imagine. This is why discernment becomes so important during periods of energetic intensity. When everything feels amplified, not everything deserves your attention. Not every emotion requires action. Not every synchronicity requires interpretation. Not every opportunity is an assignment. Learn to pause. Learn to listen. Your intuition does not always shout. Sometimes it whispers. Sometimes alignment feels remarkably ordinary. A quiet sense of peace. A gentle knowing. A lack of resistance. A feeling that you do not need to force what is unfolding. This is one of the greatest lessons of the coming cycle. You do not need to chase what is aligned. You do not need to convince what is meant for you. You do not need to force the universe into cooperation. There is a difference between intentional creation and energetic struggle. Create your vision, set your intention, take inspired action, then allow the pathway to reveal itself. Your human mind wants to know the entire route before taking the first step. The soul often works differently. It gives you the next step, then the next, then the next. Trust the sequence. And as this celestial convergence unfolds, some of you may notice heightened sensitivity. You may feel more emotional, more introspective, more aware of other people's energy. You may experience vivid dreams, sudden memories, unexpected creative impulses, or a desire to withdraw from environments that feel excessively noisy. Do not automatically interpret every sensation as something external happening to you. Sometimes your own consciousness is simply becoming louder. When the world becomes quiet enough, you can finally hear what was already within you. This is why grounding is essential. Spend time in nature, touch the earth, breathe slowly, drink water, rest. Spend less time consuming information and more time observing your own inner responses. You do not need to know everything happening in the world in order to know what is happening within yourself. And this is where the true gateway lies. Not in the eclipse, not in the planets, not in the meteor shower, not even in the stars. The true gateway is consciousness itself. The heavens can provide beautiful mirrors and meaningful symbols, but the transformation happens through you. You are the one who chooses. You are the one who releases. You are the one who forgives. You are the one who begins again. And perhaps this is why this particular convergence has arrived when it has. You have just moved through the lion's gate. You have explored courage. You have explored abundance. You have explored your relationship with creation and receiving. Now you are being asked to integrate. Abundance without discernment can become attachment. Courage without wisdom can become force. Creation without surrender can become control. The next stage is balance. Create but release. Receive but remain grounded. Dream but stay present. Move forward but listen. This is mature manifestation. This is conscious creation. And as one cycle closes, you may find yourself standing in a strange space where the old reality no longer feels like home, while the new reality has not fully revealed itself. Do not panic in that space. Call it the threshold. There is nothing wrong with you because you do not yet know what comes next. You are not behind. You are not lost. You are between chapters. And sometimes the most powerful thing you can do between chapters is simply breathe. Let the old story finish. Let the page remain blank for a moment, then allow your soul to begin writing again. The coming days may reveal opportunities you could not have anticipated. New connections, new ideas, new directions, unexpected doors. But remember that the greatest sign of alignment may not be excitement. Sometimes it is peace. Sometimes it is the sudden realization that you no longer need what you once begged for. Sometimes abundance arrives as the courage to walk away. Sometimes the manifestation is not receiving more. Sometimes it is finally becoming free enough to receive what is truly yours. Beloved ones, the sky is moving, the earth is moving, humanity is moving, and so are you. Do not fear the movement. Become conscious within it. When the eclipse passes, look for the light. When the meteors streak across the sky, remember to release. When you see the planets gathered across the heavens, remember your interconnectedness. When the new moon disappears into darkness, remember that beginnings often occur before they can be seen. And when uncertainty arrives, trust yourself. You have crossed many thresholds already. You are not beginning from nothing. You are beginning from everything you have learned. The next chapter is not asking you to become someone else. It is asking you to become more fully who you already are. Stand at the threshold. Breathe. Listen. Release. Receive. And when the light returns, move forward. The Sirian High Council